Twin City Sports Talk. Bruce Kramer, Trevor Kramer up on top, and Jack Olmscheid on the bottom. Back with you again, full episode here. We got a lot of content to get to. One piece of Twins news, going over the Wild and Wolves game last night. A little Vikings injury report / kind of just news segment there. And then we're going to get to the Gophers' top recruiting class in Gopher history. So we'll get to a lot of stuff today. Got to get through it quick. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good. No?
Very tired.
Trevor.
I've been up since 5 a.m. I'll go first, Jack. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you will.
I'm on 3 hours of sleep. So fun. But yeah, just got back from work overall pretty well.
Okay, so is that your fault, the 3 hours of sleep? Or
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Why'd you get 3 hours of sleep?
Huh?
What were you doing?
I was gaming. Not sleeping.
Fair enough.
Seems
playing
like a good excuse.
NHL. All right.
That's valid.
All right, Jack, what have you been up to?
Well, another week of school in the books. One
Yeah.
more week left next week, and Christmas break, baby.
There you go.
Oh,
really? So you get off like
Couple so
weeks
next
before?
week's the last full week of classes. Then it's finals week. But
okay.
I don't really count that because
Yeah,
it's not a full week of school.
for sure. Okay. Well, good. Everyone's doing well. Good to hear. All right.
You know what? How about you? How are you doing?
Oh man. Well, coming off a horrible Wild loss, I'm doing terrible. So no,
Yeah.
I'm doing well. I'm getting a lot of content out. We got to keep editing, getting all this stuff out. So we're doing well. Let's get right to it though. First piece is one piece of Twins news that Trevor brought to me about 15 or 20 minutes before this, or before we started recording this show. Ken Rosenthal from The Athletic reporting that the Twins are kind of no longer looking or expecting to trade the three guys being Joe Ryan, Pablo Lopez, or Byron Buxton. That's obviously been a big piece of our content the past week or so. A big piece of a lot of MLB news and social media and all of that stuff. So Ken Rosenthal reporting that the Twins are expected to keep those guys. In their words, expect to see what did they say? Contender next year or be back in contention.
I'm not buying us contending, but I mean, if they can stay healthy and their core, for the most part, can do well, I guess there's enough pieces still intact. But that's a big
maybe to make a wild card spot, but
yeah,
that's even pushing it.
A lot of ifs that would have to go right. But just thought of this right now as we're discussing it. They didn't include Ryan Jeffers. Now, I think Jeffers will be fine, just considering you have no replacement behind him.
Alex Jackson, dude, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
the GOAT
from Baltimore,
Orioles.
was it?
Yeah. That is a good point, not bringing Ryan Jeffers into it. I don't think he was one of the top guys. I think if he were to be traded, he would have been in a package with one of the starters that they were willing to give up. And again, this isn't to say that they won't trade guys. This is a report saying they expect them to be on the team in 2026. So we still don't know. Trevor and my episode from yesterday still applies. There's prospects that we would still want. But yeah, I don't know. It's a weird report coming a day after the Mets came out and said they were interested in Joe Ryan last night. And that was kind of the first time we heard from the Mets calling the Twins about a few names. But definitely a weird timing, but it's not like 100% thing. So
yeah, because there's still your Luka Doncic and your Micah Parsons trade. So if the Twins get offered a trade you can't give up, then
yeah, exactly,
they're gonna say yes and goodbye.
Yeah, they give us Soto for Lopez, Ryan, and Buxton. There you go.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
Would you take that trade?
No.
Soto for Pablo, Ryan, and Buck?
Yep.
No, I wouldn't.
You can't.
But that's the thing too. All of their contracts still wouldn't equal up to what he's getting. I don't think.
Not even close.
What is he getting per year? Like 60?
Probably.
No, it's probably like 40.
It is more than
making as much
40.
as Ohtani.
No,
Actually, I think he's making more than Ohtani.
no,
Right now,
there's no chance. Is it?
I
yes,
think he is.
he signed the
because
biggest
it's
contract
deferred.
in MLB history.
Mm-hmm.
One of you guys Google it. I can't.
Well, it's 760 something, I think.
There's a very smart woman we can ask. Her name is Siri.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much is Juan
765
Soto
for
getting
15.
paid per year? All right, she doesn't want to talk. 15 year, 700. Oh, you have it too.
$$$$$million million contract.
765. There's
50.
this other cool trick called a
what
calculator.
Is that, like 50 million ish?
Probably
51 million.
50. Jesus.
51. I don't remember what Ohtani's getting, but they're in
I'm
the
pretty
same
sure the poll
ballpark.
ads would actually die if that
I think
was the case.
Ohtani was it's weird, right? Because it's all backloaded. But
He's on like a 20-year contract. Yeah,
Ohtani was $700 million over 20, but really it's
it's 1 million for 8 years.
I think he was getting $2 million the first 10 years from when he signed,
and then it's
$8 million
bumping up
for years.
It's completely bumping up the next level.
Which I mean, the fact that you can even backload a contract
that much, yeah. I mean, that payday in 2034 when he goes from 1 million per year to 90, it's going to be a good day for the Shohei Ohtani family and his beloved dog that he always sees around,
Dude.
Either way, let's get away from the Shohei Ohtani talk. He gets too much talk either way. The Wild, we'll go to there. We'll go to them next. It was a rough game last night in Calgary. The Wild ended up losing 4-1. Our very own Trevor Kramer predicted this exact kind of happening here. He said it was a trap game. I should have listened, but I didn't. But yeah, it was a tough game. I mean, first of all, I said yesterday, Calgary was first in the NHL in penalty minutes accumulated, and they had 3 penalties in the first period, one of them being a 4-minute major. You had 8 minutes of power play time. That is half a period, and you didn't score on any of that. And if you do all that in the first period, you kind of know after that. If you don't score on 8 minutes of power plays in one period, one of them being a 4-minute major there, I think, I mean, you could kind of tell they just didn't have it last night. They didn't bring it.
There was no oomph to their game last night.
Especially from the first line. The other lines,
the first line was horrible.
Trenin, Nico Sturm, they were playing a good game. I mean, Trenin, he keeps improving everywhere. He had the nice redirect for the goal. He also racked up 5 hits last night. But yeah, when you go,
you even got Bogosian a point there. Gramps got
exactly.
Which
Zach Bogosian.
You almost had your prediction with the defenseman scoring.
I thought he scored, so I was jumping out of my shoes.
Oh, it totally looked like he scored.
Yeah, because my prediction was a defenseman would score last night, excluding Zeev Buium because he's more of an offensive threat.
Mm-hmm.
So I completely thought Bogosian scored of all the defensemen. So I was like,
his annual goal.
What was that?
His annual goal that he gets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, I was there for last year's goal. yeah, biannually. Either way, it was rough. It wasn't that fun of a game to watch. I mean, the Wild, Gus, not a great game. Let a few, I think 2 of those goals were kind of just him not having the reaction time. Maybe he was screened on one of them, but not a good game. The Wild did the most they could, mainly from that second and third line going down. They blocked 17 or 19 shots. They out-hit Calgary. They did what they needed to win, except the first line. Like I said, they could move the puck as well. It wasn't a clean game from the first line like we're kind of used to seeing from them. But yeah, I don't know. Rough game. Wallstead will be back in net tomorrow night, I think. They played
Vancouver,
Yep, Vancouver.
At Vancouver.
Yep, the last game of that 3-game Canada trip I've been talking about, and then they travel to Seattle after that. So, yeah, I mean, going along with those block shots, I don't know if either of you saw Nico Sturm took one right to the goodies right in front of the net.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
That wristed right down to the coconuts down there.
Everyone watched, because that was on National, wasn't it? On ESPN?
That play? I think so.
Or no,
No, I mean, it was a normal broadcast. I don't think it was
normal.
But they do if you're watching, you can watch any outside or any game outside your state. So there's the ESPN Plus.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, but no, it wasn't like a national game.
But yeah. Anyway, everyone watching that, any dude watching that felt that.
Oh, it hurt.
Yeah.
No, but I think I did see it got like featured on like Sports Center this morning. Like the
not
unlucky
top 10.
plays, you know, or the not top. I don't know if it was the not top 10, but either way, he got his part on Sports Center. He made Sports Center. Good for Nico Sturm.
He can retire now.
Yeah. Yeah. So Wild lose 4-1. I think we got enough done there. Yeah. The other game last night, Timberwolves, their second game in a row against the New Orleans Pelicans, the worst team in the NBA. The Wolves won last night. What was it? 125 to 113.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 113, 114, something around there.
Yeah. Kind of just kept that like 8-10 point lead for most of the game right there. A lot of contributors, but it's pretty simple. It's a game you should win by 10 points or plus against a team that is now 3-20. And like Trevor and I have talked about, very injury rattled the Pelicans are. So it's a game you can't lose. They almost lost the game on Tuesday, which was really embarrassing, but they come out with 2 wins in New Orleans, now improved to 14-8, right, Trev?
Sounds right.
14-8. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So positivity for the not the Gophers, the Timberwolves. But not much to talk about there. Another kind of boring game. There's a couple flashes. Dante DiVincenzo hits 4 threes, kind of gets more into a groove.
Well, it was just a really weird game too, because it was like a lot like it wasn't your typical NBA game because Pelicans were playing like you see a high school varsity game, or really just any like from if it's high school or traveling basketball league, where you're picking up a full court press, you're trapping, just a rare NBA style defense. But
I mean, it's basically a G League team.
Well, yeah, that was my point. It's pretty much the entire team is 25 or younger. So yeah, just a weird game, but got the win.
Yeah, and going off of it now you go back home and now you play maybe the second worst team in the NBA, the LA Clippers. But this is a weirder one. The Pelicans, they don't have a star. The Clippers still have like a James Harden, a Kawhi Leonard. I don't even know if Leonard is healthy. I think he is.
No clue.
Either way, you have them. They are 6-16. Horrible start for the Clippers after making the postseason last year. So another game that you need to just take. Your record just keeps improving, goes to 15-8. I don't know who they have after that, but it could be a good little stretch for the Wolves. So yeah, go Wolves. That's all we got to say here. Good game last night. And that's all you gotta go through right there. All right, kind of more main stuff. The Vikings play Washington on Sunday. And some of the main headline is JJ McCarthy back healthy off of that concussion protocol, and is now ready to play Sunday. Tomorrow we'll cover more of like what we want and what we're scared of going into the game against Washington. But this is just some of the news, because also Washington, Jaden Daniels gets cleared today. So you get a top 10 2024 draft showdown between the quarterbacks. One quarterback that's made the NFC Championship and one quarterback that
beat the Lions.
Has played 20. Yeah, woohoo!
Beat the Lions. There we go.
Yeah,
exactly. Hey, well, Jaden did that too in the playoffs.
He did.
I guess.
He did in the playoffs,
and he crushed them. He put up 44. Either way,
one who's made it to the NFC Championship, and the other one who's hardly played 30% of his game so far.
Yeah, maybe that.
I am really curious to see how our defense is going to kind of lock up Jaden, though. Yeah. I'm really curious what kind of scheme Flores is going to put on Sunday. Sorry.
Yeah. It is tough because you think of the blitzes that Flores does, disguised looks and everything. Jaden Daniels, you have to imagine, unless they're going to tell him not to run because he keeps getting injured and stuff, just get the ball out of your hand right away.
I think he's a quarterback where you can't really tell him not. I mean,
he's a scrambler.
Safe, but yeah,
he's
still gonna go out. But yeah, just don't take the hits like Jackson Dart on Monday night.
Oh man, that was a nasty hit.
Did you see his press conference?
No.
Yeah, how he's gonna keep taking them.
Awesome.
Really?
What's football? I'm gonna get
idiot.
Yeah.
What? Didn't he just go down with a concussion like 3 or 4 weeks ago?
Yeah.
He's doing it for Cam. He's doing it.
Oh yeah, no, I mean,
yeah, true.
He basically downplayed. I didn't see the quote, but I saw like the quotation or the quote notification. Basically, like how he's for the hits and he's all for it, and yeah, he's just gonna keep taking them. He's not scared of them.
I mean, I actually like it because football's so soft these days for some guys.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I think maybe the next piece of news, Justin Jefferson had his press conference yesterday. I mean, it's kind of just a blessing to have a guy who's like obviously top 2 or 3 wide receiver. I think the best in the league if he got the ball fed to him. But a guy who's not a diva and keeps saying how, I mean, this was his actual quote. Obviously, it's a difficult season. It's probably one of the most difficult seasons just off the circumstances, having a young quarterback, having a different team, young players. So just one of those years. Not every year is going to be a top tier year for me. It's just part of the game. It's like this guy is one of the best to possibly ever do it at that position. And he's going through one of the most disappointing and embarrassing years in this franchise's history. And he just doesn't say anything. Maybe behind the scenes he does, for all we know. But, I mean, it's just great to have someone like that.
Well, it's a great mentality to have with everything going on.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't do anything but hurt, like, JJ's ego, his 9. But
that needs to stop. That needs to stop. So, like,
fine, that's fine. We can retire 9, but he's still like a dog in the streets.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
I forgot about that too. Now he's just gonna change his number to like 11 or something. And then next year
we're gonna go from 9 to 11. Yeah,
I'm
looks
11.
real good.
No,
nice.
But it would do if JJ or if Justin came out and said anything, that would just hurt the confidence level there. If he said something to KOC, it would hurt everywhere. But I mean, it's great to have someone like that who's just
awesome,
so perfect with everything going on when he shouldn't be. All right, I told you guys in the pre video recording room here before we started, I have a insanely bad stat. I don't know if you guys have seen it. So the past 4 weeks, obviously all of us know it's been very hard and depressing to watch the team, but do you guys know what their touchdown to interception ratio is?
Oh, gosh.
Oh boy.
For you, just in general, touchdowns, so rushing or throwing?
Yes. All touchdowns. Rushing,
touchdowns,
like
2 picks, was it?
Like, yeah, touchdowns, the first number, 2 picks. Yep.
In the last month.
I'm talking like Jordan Mason, defensive touchdowns, all of it. Like,
it's probably.
I'm gonna say like.
I'm just trying to think of like the scores and do the math, but
I'm gonna go 6 to 10.
Oh no,
okay. No,
worse than that.
6 to 10.
2 to 10.
Oh boy.
2 touchdowns in the last 4 weeks and 10 interceptions.
So what is that? Bears, Packers,
Seahawks,
and
then the
who was before
Eagles?
The Bears?
Was it Eagles?
No.
Was it no?
This just goes how to show how
it might
much
have been
we.
The Lions.
No, because that Lions game was a while ago already.
Oh.
It was the Ravens, Bears, Packers, Seahawks.
That's what it was.
Yeah, so the Ravens, that was a game where
that
had 3 picks.
The picks were bad, but like I remember that first drive.
He moved the ball. He had 248 passing yards.
He had a nice play for Naylor.
Oh,
the
actually,
guy all the way down and.
No, so he had 2 interceptions that game. The Bears game, I think he had the 3, right? 2 interceptions in the Bears game. The Packers, the 2.
Brosmer had the 4.
Yeah, Brosmer had the 4.
Yeah, Brosmer had 4.
Yeah.
I thought he only had 3.
So who scored the touchdown in the Bears game? We scored 2, right? Because the Jordan Addison late touchdown.
That was at the end of the game, and then Aaron Jones had one too, I'm pretty sure.
I'm looking.
I don't remember.
No, it was Jordan Mason. Either way,
Mason. I was going to say one of our running backs did.
So yeah, this is just it's awesome. 2 and 10 ratio right there.
Hey, at least
pretty good
touchdowns in there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to share with you the next closest to that
Oh gosh.
Is the next closest team in the last 4 weeks is the Ravens.
Browns. Oh,
Ravens.
Right.
They have a 1-3. 1-3
in a month.
ratio. Yeah, but we have 2-10.
then
it's the Broncos, who are they 10-2 now or 11-2?
Yeah, the Broncos are 10-2 right now,
and they have 1-2 ratio. And then it's the Seahawks, who they're going to make the playoffs.
Well,
3-5.
What in the actual hell?
It's a very weird stat. I'm like, it was crazy. I was shocked reading it for sure. Yeah, it's beyond me right now. It's crazy to think about. All right, next piece of, I guess, news. Adam Schefter was asked about like a Justin Jefferson trade in the offseason, because this happens in sports. You're quote unquote wasting a top tier player's prime away, which in some cases you could say that the Vikings are wasting Justin's prime years right now. Justin doesn't say it in that way or anything, but Adam Schefter basically answered like he doesn't see it happening. But then again, Micah Parsons got traded and he thought there was no way of that. Mm-hmm. And apparently both teams weren't really invested in it at one point, and then it kind of just clicked once a good deal came through in the Jerry world accepted
Jerry
that one. But yeah, I mean, do you guys think there's a legitimate shot that Justin gets traded this offseason?
I could see it. I'm gonna say it could happen.
It could,
but I mean, I don't want to start our whole pick deal again.
Yeah,
but you just think of the package you could get for him. Well, how many years on this contract does he have left?
Multiple.
2, 3?
2, I think. It was a 4-year contract.
It was a 4-year.
I know.
Don't remember. Was it last?
It is 3 years because he signed last year, and that was an extension, so it was 5 years from. So it's 3 years.
Yeah. So there's 3 years left. Now imagine, like, the Bills or even the Texans, like they're two of these, I would call them medium market teams who need receivers badly. I mean, Nico Collins can't stay healthy.
True.
I mean, Coleman's horrible. Like,
I would bring up the Colts too. Pittman being their Colts, one. I mean, they are contenders. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean,
I just could see it with like desperate needed receiver deficient teams. I could see them giving us a haul or like for an offer anyway. But that's not. I mean, would we? We would never want to get rid of him. No, but could it be one of these things where we have to? Maybe, but I don't know.
I mean, he might request a trade out.
Up to JJ. It'll be all up to Jedda's whether I think we'll envy what he wants to do.
Yeah. The only way he would get traded is if he requested one out. The Vikings could never just do that. Yeah.
What would it take for you guys to say yes? 2 firsts, 3 firsts, 2 firsts and a player.
How about the Lombardi?
That's a good way to put it. Trade him to the Packers for just one of their trophies. Just hand him the trophy over. That's
for
you wouldn't trade him for only 2 first-rounders, would you? Because Michael Parsons was 2 firsts and Kenny Clark, right?
Uh-huh.
That you could,
Here's the thing. We keep talking about it. Kwesi stinks at drafting, and he hasn't shown anything there. So you can't trust the draft picks, even if you were to get them.
I think with you bringing up Kwesi, that kind of got me on a good point. I think Kwesi is going to be fired before Jefferson gets traded. That's like if it gets really
you should have saved that for like a hot take episode of us. That was, I guess, not really a hot take.
But... we want to talk about wasting things. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's a perfect one. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd want 2 first-round picks and then probably a second. But here's the thing: I don't know if you could get that because he does cost $36 million. He is the most expensive wide receiver out there. I don't think teams would really care as much if they're ready to, if it's a successful team like the Bills, like Jack was saying, Houston, or like the Colts, I think they would do it because they kind of need to. They're in a window right now, apparently. Well, not apparently. They're proving it right now that they are, but like, I don't know. It's a lot of money for a team to take on, but at least 2 first and then something else. I want another draft pick with it.
Oh God, yeah.
But I don't know. Teams could be picky. The trade market's so tough to predict because you never know what teams think about the contract and their money, where they stand with money at the moment and stuff. So it's definitely hard to guess.
Because like if you're talking like Jack said, between the Texans and Bills are paying Allen all the money, where Stroud's still on his rookie deal. And so I think you got to also look at teams that are succeeding with a rookie contract. Does Denver make a trade for Jeff?
Denver could.
Bo Nix is still rookie salary for a couple years. And then even when you get that 5th-year option, that's still a discount when you compare it to the average paid quarterback. So,
yeah.
That is
a lot of what ifs.
Yeah, it definitely is. And that's why it's so hard. But all right. I have an injury report. I don't know if you guys have seen the injury report going into Sunday. I'll just quickly go over it. 2 guys that have been ruled out already for the Vikings. One big one, Levi Drake Rodriguez. He's out, and Theo Jackson is out. He's out for the 2nd straight week. I forget what, honestly, Levi's injury is. I think it's obviously something minor because he practiced like limited earlier in the week. But I forget. Either way, questionable right now. Donovan Jackson was limited in practice yesterday, not a full participant with his ankle. Ty Chandler, he is just the savior that we need. He's a full participation from his knee that happened in training camp, I think, or was it before that?
He played the Bears game.
Yeah, he played week 1.
Oh, you're okay. Not training camp. Yeah, no, that was, yeah. I got all mixed up there. Either way, he's been out for a significant amount of time.
Yeah.
He is fully healthy now, so maybe a second kick returner along price on those kickoffs or whatever.
I don't even know if he touches the field. I could very well see him just be healthy and active. I think they'd rather have Xavier Scott as like a 3rd down running back. If
you're saying for the roster spot.
Yeah. If Jones is going to play, which I bet you're probably going to need to, Aaron Jones too in the injury report.
He's not on there. He's been practicing. Really? So yeah.
What? Yeah. I mean, I know it was expected he'd play, so I guess that's not a big surprise.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but
there's only one other questionable.
For Ty Chandler, I could very well see him just being a healthy and active if he's like fully recovered. But go on to the next one.
Next one is Christian Darrisaw. He did not play Thursday. He's going in questionable. I think all of us kind of chimed in on this like a week ago. It's been so weird with Darrisaw because he's getting pulled from games. He goes in like as a game time decision basically every week now, and it's trending like he's going to do this on Sunday again. It's basically if he wakes up healthy enough. It seemed like he was healthy enough to come back in week 3 this year from the ACL and MCL he damaged last year, but it seemed like it really wasn't the earliest time because in like the first 2 games he was back, he got pulled like after 1 or 2 quarters. He didn't play full games. It's been really weird. Yeah, he didn't play Thursday, but it's just very black and white with Darrisaw right now, just like it has been. So that sucks, but what can you do? Pretty much nothing. Washington, they just have 2 guys out, Bobby Wagner and then Drake Jackson. I think he's an offensive lineman. I don't know Drake Jackson very well.
Was he a Kentucky player?
Jackson?
Yeah, that name sounds awfully familiar. Regardless, but you said Bobby Wagner's out?
Yeah.
That's kind of key. Obviously, he's not.
Both of them have knee injuries. Drake Jackson?
Yep.
Okay, never mind.
Run game. KOC. Run game. But then again, you kind of want to see if you have something from JJ. But
at this point, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Hey, we're still alive for the playoffs, Jack.
Oh my God.
0.1
All right, next topic.
Yep, next topic.
Yeah, we'll discuss more of the actual game tomorrow. But all right, next topic. We got a game to play, and it's called Name That Franchise. It's something we'll try to do every week. if we can. But basically, name that franchise. I'm going to be spitting some clues out. We'll kind of switch it up every week. It can be a franchise in any of the 4 major sports: baseball, hockey, basketball, and football. And these 2 guys need to try to guess what franchise I am talking about based on these clues. The clues are going to start out pretty hard. I'll tell you right now, they'll get easier and easier. Obviously, that's how these games work. You don't start with the easiest ones first.
If it's basketball, Trevor, this is all you.
I knew that. It's not basketball.
Okay, now we're down to 3.
Yeah, I'll give you that one right there.
Well, seeing the way he's been blinking, it is a hockey team.
Yeah.
Because I got all the ice shavings in my eye.
Yeah.
Luis.
Because remember when he got hit by
Amar Gill?
Yeah, Amar Gill.
Does Amar Gill play for them?
All right, clue 1, go. Oh wait,
All
hold on. Do we get unlimited guesses or?
Oh yeah, sorry. Everyone, 3 guesses. Okay. All right, and if
per round or
no, just throughout the whole thing. So I wouldn't guess on clue 1. And also,
do we each get 3 or combined 3?
Each get 3. You get 3. Trevor gets 3.
Well, I get 4 because home advantage, home loyalty. Never mind. Home loyalty to my Minnesota teams.
Oh yeah, we got a Yankees fan. Yeah, okay, all right.
Kick him. Turn the screen on. Yeah.
See you later, Jack. What the? There's hearts coming off him. What is this feature?
Let's see if we can do that again.
What on earth?
Now hold on.
Nope, it didn't work. Oh no way!
Wait, hold on.
How do I get rid of this? How do I get rid of this?
I like it.
Okay. All right, clue 1.
The Valentine's Day episode.
Yeah, true. All right.
We'll do that. Good God. All right, let's hear the first one.
Clue 1. This franchise's first ever draft pick was a player who later became better known as a head coach in the NFL. Okay, so there's a big clue.
Okay, well, I think we got one box checked.
I completely, on my paper, I have don't say that last part. And I said it, so there you guys go.
Nice.
All right. I'm not sure what this clue really means. Clue 2, they were one of the original members of a league that no longer exists in its original form.
The quarterback was?
No, the team.
No, like this team.
This franchise.
Tennessee Titans.
Wrong. The one guess for Trevor. Were you actually confident on that or what?
Yeah.
Like, what made you guess that?
Isn't the
Oh, okay.
The Oilers for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
right. That is Tennessee.
Yep.
No, we're wrong.
It's the Patriots, isn't it?
No, it's the Texans.
What?
That's my second guess. Yes.
No,
Houston Texans?
You're wrong.
All right. Well, all right.
Hey, Trevor, let's put down the shovel here. We got 3 more clues.
I have a couple more clues than that. All right.
Okay.
Their current stadium is named after a local company associated with empowerment.
Well, I'm already at 2.
So yeah, you need to be smart here.
Trying to think of define empowerment.
That's what it says. I'm not gonna do anything more to that.
Fair.
All right. We got our next clue. Is one of their Hall of Fame quarterbacks once famously promised to walk away from the game, and then he didn't. And I know both of you know him.
So,
is it the Patriots?
Trev, I like as much as
I'll use one. Is it the Patriots?
No.
Okay, now we got it out of the way. There.
Look at you guys using teamwork. Teamwork. All right.
We have to relay that then, Trevor.
This team.
Wait, no. Hold on, pause. Aren't we competing?
Yeah, are we competing or are we on a team?
You're competing. What do you think this is?
Yeah.
I said you two are going against each other.
Then I wouldn't have said that.
Golden. Oh my gosh. Nice job, Jack.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, is there like clapping emojis or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. Next clue. This franchise has won multiple Super Bowls.
The minute.
Oh, Buffalo.
Is that a guess?
Wait, that.
Oh.
Yeah.
You did say the full word, the full
I
city
did,
name.
right.
No, we're not going to count it.
No, that's why I'm not guessing it. Okay.
Yeah, because they've won 0 Super Bowls.
Our
We know.
fellow
We know.
Yeah. Hey, brain's in there somewhere. Don't worry.
All right. Their most iconic uniform era became known informally as the Orange Crush.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Trevor,
Yeah.
you're very lucky that Jack was before you. That's wrong.
What?
Wrong.
Say the clue again.
The Buccaneers are the cream sodas.
Oh my God.
This was the clue. This was the clue. Their most iconic uniform era became known informally as the Orange Crush.
That is
not
stupid.
the Bucks.
That is stupid.
This is great. This is all right. Both of you have one more guess. If one of you guesses again and gets it wrong, the other one wins automatically. All right.
We can't do that.
Well,
there's got to be like a prove it. The other person then has to guess one. If they get it wrong, you're back in.
Okay. So
like
if you were to guess and got it wrong, Trevor has to guess automatically right after that.
Yeah, and if he gets it wrong, then I'm back in, or vice versa.
But that would just throw the free guesses rule away. We should have troubleshooted this before.
That's true.
Hey, everyone hates a tie. Everyone hates a tie in the NFL.
Yeah, no, I would just keep the rules how they are. Keep going with the clue.
Yep. If someone guesses wrong here, the other one wins automatically. You got to be smart with your guesses.
I'm just gonna wait for Trevor.
You almost won because Trevor, you tried saying that Bucks answer. Okay. What's my next one? Okay. This wait a second, I'm reading the wrong one. The franchise is based in a city known for mountains and snow.
Denver Broncos.
Ding, ding, ding. Denver Broncos.
Twins on their way to 45 wins.
Pretty good.
Trevor wins the first.
Yeah, because once when Tampa got ruled out, Denver was the only orange team. I know there's the Bears, but
Miami too a little bit, but yeah.
But once when I heard Mountains game.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much.
Do you guys know which Hall of Fame quarterback I'm talking about?
Elway.
All right.
It has to be him.
What a win by Trevor. Great game, both down to their last guess. Look at that. Peak TV right there. Peak entertainment.
I'd like to thank Amari Gill, Isaiah Williams for all their football knowledge and
good stuff,
and wisdom and
If
loyalty.
you know, right?
Yes. All right. Jack, you got to get going, or
I do. Unfortunately, I got plans.
All right. You sleep well. Have a good night.
Yeah, hey, let's get more than 3 hours of sleep tonight, okay, Trevor?
To be fair, it was like 3 hours and like 12 minutes, give or take.
Okay, good.
We round up to 4 from there.
Which is basically 4.
Well, that's like half of 8, so you might as well say you got a
full
night's
rest. Hold on. It's like or it is?
One of those.
Depends. Depends who's talking. All
thanks for
having me.
Yeah, you guys will see Jack again soon. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get the piece out there? All right. Next up, we are going to be going right through some Gophers recruiting class news. Got a lot of good stuff from the Gophers in the past week. They pulled out the nation's 29th ranked recruiting class in all of college football. And yeah, it was a great year. PJ Fleck really went all in. He kept all top 3 guys, all top 3 recruits in Minnesota here: Howie Johnson, Roman Voss, and Andrew Trout. I'm going to go through some of the bigger ones here. This is the biggest recruiting class or highest rated in Gopher football history. So there's another plus for PJ Fleck and his squad. All right. Trevor and I did go down to the state tournament to watch some of these guys that were committed to other schools. And one of the big ones was from Jackson County Central. Used to be number 1 recruit in the state, but that's been overtaken by Forest Lake's Howie Johnson. But what we're talking about right now, Roman Voss. Roman Voss out of Jackson County, very small school. I think it was 2A. Mm-hmm. And he played quarterback in high school, and I think I saw his stats this past year. He racked up 1,700 rushing yards and 1,900 passing yards. Just completely dominated. Jackson County Central ended up winning the state championship based just on him and kind of carrying everything with his team. We were there for the semifinal game. He had like 2 picks and also 4 touchdowns. Kind of just a bully for the smaller teams.
2 picks
smaller...
as in defense. Like
yes, sorry. Yep.
He didn't throw them.
Clarifying. Yep. He picked off the opposing quarterback.
Yeah.
So heck of a player, but for the Gophers, he's going to be going in as a tight end. So some of that athleticism Trevor and I saw, I think could play real well. He's obviously he's not going to probably play year 1.
I doubt.
That's just how college football goes, unless you're a special type like Coy Parrish, which maybe he does, but Coy was higher rated than Roman Voss was coming out here. But Roman, he was recruited by his last 2 schools were Gophers and Alabama, and he was getting offers from Auburn, Arkansas, really everywhere throughout the whole nation. So Roman is a special talent. So some of the metrics here or some of his things regarding him as a tight end, he's 6'4", he's 230 yards right now, which it's good for the athleticism. I feel like they're going to want him to maybe build up a little bit more muscle going in and maybe get around that 240 or 250 range if they can get him to get around that point. But he's a 6'4", good height, just kind of like a regular tight end build. And we don't know his pass catching ability except for a few picks that I've watched this year. And then at the state tournament, he picked off the quarterback twice, but I'm assuming it's good if he's coming in as a tight end. So I'm excited for Roman Voss. That was one of the biggest recruits that PJ Fleck has gotten to the Gophers. And apparently the bigger one right here is defensive lineman Howie Johnson from Forest Lake. Now, Forest Lake didn't make the state tournament, so I couldn't really watch him live. But he is the state's number 1 recruit. He's ranked 141 nationally and 19th at his position. Another 4-star, him and Roman are both 4 stars. Howie, I think, had 8 sacks last year, and it's just been he's a really fast kid. So he's 6'3", 250. More of like the leaner edge rushers you could find. Outside linebackers, he does have the power move because you're going to as a 4-star, but like he's quick off the edge. He can get past the tackle very quick, and that's his special kind of what he does best there, just getting off the edge quicker than anyone. So yeah, Howie Johnson, Roman Voss, the top 2, both state of Minnesota. Good job keeping those guys home. That's maybe the biggest thing you can do, keep your homegrown talent in the state. And then going beyond that, the next rated guy, their number 3rd, is another 4-star, Rico Blasingame. He is from Arizona. He's a wide receiver, 6'1", 170. Very quick dude, great route runner, very decisive, very, very edgy, chip around his routes. He can get out very quick, and he has great feet with those. But he had over 1,000, I think he had 900 yards this past season, but high school games are only like 8 games, so it's impressive. But yeah, from Tolson, I don't know the city or how to say it, but Tolson, Arizona. Mm-hmm. He's another 4-star. The Gophers don't have a lot of their share of 4-star wide receivers that they've recruited in the PJ Fleck era. But this one's a big one too, because not a huge receiver by any means, but he can get up for a contested ball. I mean, if you look up his name and look up his highlight tape, that's the first thing you'll see on one of those videos is this amazing catch he had over 2 defenders down the field. He can get up It's just it's a 4-star out of Arizona. He's reaching all over, getting some big names. Yeah. Moving on beyond that, edge rusher Aiden H. I
How's
don't
it spelled?
Aytch. H.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so he is I'm sorry, I forgot to say, Rico Blossomgame. He is Arizona's 4th ranked prospect in the whole state. And then Aiden H, he's Indiana's number 2 ranked prospect in the entire state. He's an edge rusher, another 4-star recruit, 6'4", 230. So another you get 2 4-stars that are quick off the edge, bit of a lighter like edge rusher, defensive line guy. But honestly, in football, it's kind of what we're kind of accustomed to seeing now. Like at this day and age, you want faster guys, and not the NFL and college specifically is kind of.
And rarely too are you going to have high school kids built up too.
Yeah, exactly.
The Division 1 level, but once when they're at the school and you've got the
like we were saying for Roman
and strength, strength team and all that, build you up. So.
Yeah, I mean, all of these guys that you see, like when I say the weight for these edge rushers, they're probably going to gain 20 pounds by the time they actually get meaningful snaps or snaps in general for the Gophers. So it's a give and take here. This next guy, he might do a bit of growing, might not. He's from Rocori here in Minnesota. The number 3 guy in Minnesota, Andrew Trout. I saw him play last year, actually. He's a huge dude, 6'6", I think on one website it said he was 6'7", with 295 pounds on him. He's an offensive tackle. Really good feet is what I remember from him. He's quick off the line, and I mean, in high school, if you have that and you have the good skills behind it with the feet and the good hand blocking and avoiding these swim moves and like chop moves with these edge rushers and everything, like if you have that in high school, you're going to dominate. Like you're going to pancake dudes every day. But so he's going to have to adjust, obviously, like everyone else. But he's coming in at a great size already for an offensive tackle, 6'6". But he's the first 3-star in the group. And then the rest are all 3-stars for the Gophers. So they had 4 or 5 4-stars. Actually, you know what? They did have 5 because Andrew Trout was ranked as a 4-star at one time, and that's kind of what they're going off of. He's now a 3-star for some reason. But yeah, that stinks for him, I guess. But yeah, 5 4-stars. That's never been done in Gopher history, having 5 of them in the same class. So good news for the Gophs. But yeah, and then the rest is kind of just all 3-stars, starting with, a running back and corner, one from Tennessee, Justin Hopkins, 3-star corner. He is 5'10", kind of just a regular corner build. He's the 12th ranked prospect in all of Tennessee. So, I think I need to watch these guys on tape. I probably won't get to all of them, but for right now, I think the amount of players they got is really impressive because
what was the total commits?
The total was 29, no. Let me see.
Or I guess I should clarify. And these are, I know the names you've mentioned so far, high school kids. This is just high school, right? Recruiting, not accounting for portal.
Yeah, just high school. I think, okay, I can't count right now, but it's over 25. So you got a lot of guys. I saw today Nebraska had one of the worst. Nebraska went to like 122nd recruiting class under teams like Idaho. Wow. The Idaho Vandals are over Nebraska's for this upcoming recruiting class. So just getting this amount of guys, because I also, Trev, I don't know if you saw this, but Kendrick Lanier, the up-and-coming wide receiver, he transferred out. So, and I think there's been 5 others that transferred out yesterday for the Gophers. None of them being of any importance except maybe Lanier, fast wide receiver.
I'm also a little concerned maybe Darius Taylor would transfer out with the whole NIL money and I know the blocking wasn't great and But anyway, yeah, I mean, out of the names or I guess Lanier is the only one, but yeah, if no one notable is transferred out as of now, and obviously a lot can still change day by day, but that's the good when you add the recruiting class on top of whoever you can also bring in through transfer portal. So
yeah, I mean, if you get like just a good amount, if you get over 20 or 25 recruits, that's just a good spot already to be in. So they seem to be in a good spot. I'm trying to look up who the other transfers were, but I'm not going to find it in this short time. A few others. I'm just going to go by position real quick. So they got a few other wide receivers. One guy that I did want to go over was a quarterback that they got from California, from San Diego, from Cathedral Catholic School, Brady Palmer. This guy in his high school career, he's California's 90th ranked prospect, which it's a huge state, so 90th might scream like, oh, not that great, but there's too many guys to count in that state. So 90th is pretty good. He's a 3-star. He's 6'2", 200 pounds, decent size for him. But I think I read he had over 8,000 or 9,000 yards in his high school career, if I'm remembering correctly. But he was getting recruited throughout basically the whole country.
What kind of style he is? Like, is he dual threat?
I have to read up on him more. If I'm briefly looking at it right here, he can rush the ball, but he's mainly sitting in the pocket.
What's his height and weight?
6'2", 200.
That's average build. Okay.
Yeah. So he's the 65th quarterback in the entire class. So yeah, but he was getting offers from Auburn, Arizona, all the way to Boston College, across the country. But he signed Brady Palmer. That's one guy that struck me pretty good there. I'm looking for so this is another one from Akron, Lucas Tilesich. I'm not going to get him right, but he's an interior offensive lineman. Huge dude. 6'7", 320 for an interior offensive lineman.
Especially in high school.
Yeah, exactly. He's 54th in all of Ohio. I think that probably has to do something, maybe not quick enough off the snap. Maybe the feet aren't where they're supposed to be, but that's where you can develop it a little bit more. But also being at 6'7", 320, I know that you can see that in the interior, but that's like tackle status right there. And so I wouldn't be shocked if they did make the move there. But you never know, I guess. Another one that stood out from Illinois, Owen Lansue, quarterback, 6'1", 185. He's the 45th ranked guy in Illinois. So another 3-star, 2 3-star quarterbacks I think they got. So good there. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, they snagged the number 1 guy out of Wisconsin, I think. No, okay. So they got the number 2 guy that was a former number 1 recruit out of Wisconsin. Gavin Meyer, another offensive tackle, 6'6", 300 pounds. Another huge dude. So they're getting beefy guys. That could be hard to find. I know, it's not – it's a whole country. You're going to find guys like that. But, if you just have guys coming up, the Gophers offensive line is known for being pretty reliable year in, year out, every year.
I know that's one thing Fleck brought in compared to former coaches is our O-line is on average 30 pounds bigger.
Yeah, and then for each position.
Size-wise, for height, I think they're still 3 to 4 inches taller too, so just overall bigger, which will probably mean stronger. And I mean, too, you can look at the history, obviously. Like we've said, this class is the best ever for Gophers. History of recruiting, and then obviously as well for Fleck coaching, for all of his recruiting classes as well. But you look at how well they develop, because you're not getting these elite prospects like all your Alabamas and Georgias and Clemsons and Tennessees and those powerhouse schools. So the fact that they're able to develop, and what is it, at least 4 or 5 guys either get drafted or are highly signed or highly targeted undrafted free agents. Because I know recent undrafted free agent that I think's been having a solid year, Brevin Spanford, right? Tight end.
Yeah, exactly.
But the large chunk, like 90, probably you could even say 95% of Fleck's history of recruiting, at least for the Gophers' sake, if you just focus on the Gophers, almost all of them are 3-star recruits. Now you fast forward that time, how many of his guys are now in the NFL? So even though 3 stars aren't going to grab your attention or anything, the fact that you're still able to turn as many 3 stars into now NFL players, and how well they can develop speaks volumes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a good way to put it. And to keep going with this beefy O-line resurgence, another guy from Arizona, Aaron Thomas, 6'7", 300-pound tackle. So just keeps adding this beef to this offensive line. And by the way, I just looked up the stats of Rico Blasingame, that 4-star wide receiver from Arizona. In his high school career, he had 178 catches for 2,284 yards and 20 touchdowns. And people got to remember, high school seasons are only 8 games long, so that's impressive right there.
Latin. Very rarely are you going to have quarterbacks that can roll it well either. I mean, you might be able to do short passing and all that, but most high schools keep it very basic and run focused. So that's pretty.
Yeah, exactly. That is true. A lot of high schools are a lot of very twitchy offensive running schemes. Just run the ball in like triple option, like an Army or Navy type thing or offense. But so there's one other guy that I wanted to note right now. Okay, yeah, Josiah Dozier. They snagged a 3-star wide receiver out of Bama. So the 36th rank in Alabama, Josiah Dozier, 6'2" wide receiver, 190 pounds. And that's the thing too, like some of these wide receivers, they could keep growing too. They could grow a few inches because these guys are 18 coming in here and stuff. So some guys aren't stopped growing until they're maybe even in the NFL sometimes. So it's like, if you get a 6'2" guy now, he could turn into a bigger body receiver. And from what I've seen on Josiah Dozier's report, is quick out of routes and great at getting downfield behind defenders, kind of maneuvering. This is a very football-y sentence, so I'm gonna like simplify it here, but like flipping the corner's hips, kind of manipulating the corner into getting a deep shot or a deep route, because I mean, that's the biggest thing. That's what receivers watch for, is they look at the corner's hips. If the hip flips inward about 2 inches, that wide receiver knows he can do maybe like a tiny little hitch, get the corner to stop with his feet, and then bolt up field. That's kind of where it seems like Josiah Dozier could be benefiting and be great for at the next level. But that's what he's been great at in high school. So other than that, they signed 11 wide receivers total, and then they also signed, I think, 5 running backs, a bunch of the big offensive tackles and offensive linemen I've been talking about, and then a surplus of 3-star safeties too, or maybe I could just say secondary players, because they signed a lot of corners and safeties combined. And then for like the defensive line, a lot of the higher rated guys like Howie Johnson, and then the Aiden H and stuff. A couple 4-star edge rushers, a lot of people in the secondary that you kind of have, from all I can see, you can have a lot of expectation for. And then a few quarterbacks that, 3-star quarterbacks, they can surprise you. So they're no 5-star quarterback, Julian Sayin out of Ohio State, but they can surprise you if they get the shot. So they have 3 stars in their name for a reason. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's good for now, Owen. Yeah, my biggest takeaway from this, you keep Minnesota's top 3 guys in state. That's big, and they're 4 stars, so that's even bigger right there. And then you steal what was once Wisconsin's number 1 recruit. You steal them from the Badgers. And then, in the video games, in the college football games, what is it called? When you have the relationships with like each state, or the blue chip or pipeline. Yeah, pipeline.
Yeah.
Like it almost seems like that's kind of, I mean, he has the few guys from Arizona, like Rico Blasingame, but I mean, that's not uncommon or anything, but he's getting a lot of guys from Illinois, Indiana, a couple guys from Iowa, but he is staying home as you would think he would, being a not top tier school. But
with you mentioning the state of Indiana again, didn't we get there? Was it the second ranked?
Second in Indiana, yeah.
Which is kind of, I wonder how close he was to, or if he was strongly considering staying home for the Hoosiers with Lum, this year and last year, kind of out of nowhere.
I think his top 3 schools were actually okay, so this is interesting. His top 3 schools were Kentucky, the Gophers, and Northern Illinois University. He must have a tie there because it was Aiden H, that edge rusher I was talking about. Mm-hmm. For him, a 4-star wanting to go to Northern Illinois, like a very, very small school compared to some of these bigger ones he could go to. He was actually committed to Northern Illinois up until June 1st this past summer. He decommits on June 1st, and on that day commits to the Gophers on June 1st. And then obviously he ended up signing a couple days ago. But yeah, so top 3 schools were them. But so Indiana wasn't really in the chase there.
Interesting.
I don't even see an offer from. He has a lot of small schooler offers, but Rutgers, Purdue, Michigan State, Iowa, and then Kentucky. Those were the other contenders there. So, yeah, no Indiana or anything, or maybe not even like Illinois.
But I guess maybe you could also argue the fact that Indiana now, with how good they are, now they're getting higher. I don't know. I don't know if you looked at Indiana's recruiting class, but that's besides the point. I
don't actually think they have been doing well, but the team right now for Indiana has like 2 4-stars on it.
Oh.
This just goes to show how well Kurt Signetti is, or how great he is coaching.
You find the right coach that can develop.
Yeah. Sometimes, and Signetti is the best example of that. He is turning that team from a bunch of 3-stars, which I'm not saying 3-stars should be overshadowed or anything, but you wouldn't expect a team to be getting into the college football playoff undefeated going into the Big Ten championship game. You wouldn't expect that from a team of 3-stars. You would think, oh, you need a team with 6 5-stars on it and the rest 4-stars, like Georgia or Alabama. But yeah, either way, again, this is the Gophers' top recruiting class in their history, coming in at actually 28th now. So great job, PJ Fleck. And I want to hear your opinion on this too. Do you think PJ Fleck gets way too much hate for what he's done for the Gophers program?
I don't know if it's hate. I know people just think he's more. I would replace hate with maybe like foolish, with all his stains and the high energy and running up and down the field if it's, a change of quarter. I guess you don't really see it if the ball's midfield in a game. But if you're on the 5 or the 10 or 15, and then you see Fleck running on the far end on the left, and he's making his all the way back down on the right side. I don't know. I know a lot of people say, oh, well, I'm pretty sure. I shouldn't say for sure. I'm sure, if I remember correctly, he's also said that not every player is for me in my program. But no, I don't know. I wouldn't say he gets the hate, but I know a lot of people don't believe in him just because they think he's a fool and he's goofy and he's maybe too extra. But this was his 9th year. I think Freddie Bean went to Gophers, which really doesn't seem like it. Like, I know
it's crazy.
It doesn't seem like 9 years, but it also doesn't feel like he just started. It feels like it should be like year 5.
Yeah. So it feels like KOC time, like 4 or 5 right there. Yeah.
But no, I love his energy. I mean, for both of our lifetimes, the Gophers have been, I don't say bad or anything, but we've just been stuck in the middle.
Middle in the pack. That honestly, 2019 year was fun.
It really hasn't changed much. Yeah, you got the 2019 year where you upset Penn State at home. You had the big win against Auburn, which was also against Bo Nix, I believe his true freshman or redshirt freshman year. So that 2019 best year. I think that was our best overall draft class too for like higher picks. I know Winfield won that year. I think Carter Coughlin.
Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, Bateman went first round to the Ravens. But no, I think Fleck. I think the more and more recognition Fleck gets, I think he gets more respect.
I think he deserves it. Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, it's been like he did take a team that had not great recruiting classes for a long time, and he's posted. I forget. I just saw this yesterday, but I think like 3 of the top 5 in the 9 years he's been here, 3 of the top 5 recruiting classes. This obviously being number 1, obviously, but yeah, he's doing a great job. And maybe if they did have a bad year next year and they wanted to just test other waters, maybe you could get a coach that people trust more, but I don't know. It would be pretty hard to find a coach on the market that would be, because you're not going to get a Lane Kiffin or like any of these SEC big school guys. They're going to big schools, or like you wouldn't have been in the running for James Franklin most likely. So like, I mean, that would have been pretty cool, but it's just a dream. So yeah, it'd be tough to move on from him right now. So yeah, either way, great recruiting class. Wild and Wolves. Wolves won last night. Wild win a clunker, Wild lose a clunker. A little bit of Vikings news. Tomorrow's episode will be more pre-gaming for that, and maybe some maybe college football conference championship reactions, depending on what time the episode is recorded tomorrow. But yeah, we covered a lot of stuff here today. Twins keeping their stars, so no more prospects to be added as of now. But yeah, I think that's good. That's enough for Twin City Sports Talk, TSCT. I said that completely wrong. TCST. Trevor Kramer, Bruce Kramer. It was great talking to you all, and we will catch you again soon.